So it's July 2022 and we have like a mice infestation, so just some tips on the various mouse traps. Don't use these. They kill cats, they kill birds, anything that goes in there, walks around and tries to peck at the stuff, they'll kill. We don't want to kill the benign creatures because they're the ones that kill the mice. And also, they eat insects, like birds eat insects. So, these things right here should be outlawed. You really should. That one here that just tripped could take your finger off. However, if a light creature, like a kangaroo rat or a little mouse, gets on there, they do not trip. They're a waste of money. The only thing that'll trip that would be like a cat or a big a raccoon or something, and sure, a big roof rat or something would trip, but it's not going to kill it unless it gets it right in the head. It's just going to drag it around. So these should be outlawed too. You take your finger off. Get a baby or a child. It's just, forget it. You get where I'm going. Look at that. It literally decapitated the mouse. In this case, it did trip, but it'll do that to a mouse's body. It'll take your finger off or your toe. So I'm sure the manufacturer will disagree, but given the right circumstances, I guarantee you that will cause some serious injury. Here's another one. I don't know what the hell this one's called, but these should be banned. They shouldn't be on the market. They kill benign creatures, and the mice basically just kind of escape. Rats also. They're not stupid. These Victors right here, these are the best ones. Do not buy the ones that have the made in China ones. I don't think the Victors are. I think they're made in the USA still, but they have a plastic. The ones you don't want to buy have a plastic yellow band up here. They're garbage. They'll trip very easily, and half of them don't work because this little peg thing that sticks out there on the plastic one just doesn't work. It's not big enough, and it's just a joke. So get the real Victors, Home Depot, for I think it was $1.99. And eventually they'll get rusty, and then they won't trip as easily, so they're basically used at that point. You can throw them out. But for $1, I set 20 last night, and I killed 6 mice. This is gross, but this is what it looks like. So how could you do that to an innocent creature? But you know what? They will devastate your garden, your clothing. The feces can get everywhere and cause disease. As cute as they are monsters in what they can do and damage. Electrical cords, they get in your car and chew your wiring, along with some of the larger rodents too. Squirrels will do that. Electrical cords, they crawl on your drywall, eat your wiring behind your walls, leave feces all over. They can cause all kinds of health issues. I can show you some pictures, but it's just too gross. Anyway, long story short, use these Victor mouse traps. They work, they're effective, they trip 90% of the time right on the mouse, and I would highly recommend them. I would never ever use any more of these. I got these because a friend of mine had them in a box and just wanted to show, and I sent one out to see if it would get the mouse. Sure did, it's cut its head off. So if it'll do that to a mouse's body, imagine what it'll do to your finger, or your kid's finger, or your cat, or your puppy, or your dog, or your rabbit, or birds of prey. Birds of prey, we love owls. We love all those things because they kill the mice. So don't buy these damn things. Buy these. And for God's sake, do not buy the glue traps, which cause unspeakable horror for animals that get caught in there. Birds get caught in them and they're stuck, or they drag the glue trap around and they have to chew their own leg off to escape. And then you've got issues with the owl comes down, swoops to get the rodent, and then he gets caught in the glue trap, puts his beak in to try to escape. Now his beak has got that glue all over it in the glue traps. Glue traps, in my opinion, should be outlawed. Not only are they not humane, but the damage they do to other creatures is just disgusting. Anything that falls in there is a victim. And if you don't believe me, get a glue trap, stick your 2 fingers in there, and see what happens. It is horrible. These things end up in landfills and everything else, just disgusting. I can't believe that these manufacturers are getting away with this crap, and with the glue traps, and also the glue, the poison, the bait poison. Any creature eats the bait poison. See, a mouse goes and eats the bait poison, he just dies. A nighthawk or a owl swoops down, eats the rat that's dying. Now he's got the poison in his body, and the predator dies. The predator dies. Coyote sees the little predator die on the ground laying there. He eats the predator, the bird predator. Then he dies. By the way, we love coyotes here because they eat mice. I've seen them. They feed on mice. They sit there and they wait, and then they swoop them up. It reminds me of this movie called, what was it? Something about the wolves in Alaska back in the 1970s, I believe it was. And what they discovered was that the wolves weren't eating larger animals. They were actually eating mice. That's what they were feeding on. It was a big part of the diet. In fact, it was a majority part of the diet. So the big bad wolf isn't the big bad wolf after all. And the same with coyotes. They feed on rodents, which is fantastic. So we love coyotes. Sure, they'll eat your cat or your dog, whatever, but if you leave them out. But then again, they get hit by a car if you leave them out. So that's pretty much it. Victor, copper tray. I think they're at Home Depot. I just got them at Home Depot in the desert in Southern California here. These will rust eventually when you throw them out because they won't trip properly. But they're easy to set. Pull this back, and this little rod right here goes down into this little peg right here. You got to pull your finger back right away because like I just didn't, because I'm trying to do it with one hand video here. When you butter the tray, butter it with peanut butter that's not too hard, not too frozen, or make sure it's a little bit soft, so you can butter the back, butter the front, and that way when it goes behind, if you get the stuff out of behind, it's going to trip it. If you put it just on top, a lot of times just peck it away. Well, they're really dainty, they're light. But if you put more on it, on the backside particularly, they will get tripped. So that's it. I'm sorry about the little mouse there. We'll have the funeral. I take the cadavers. By the way, these cadavers within 10 minutes will be full of ants. And if you pick up the cadaver, empty the, pull the mouse out and throw them out in the dump or whatever, on the trash. The ants will get on you when they get food. The taste of peanut butter, and you're taking away their thing, they go crazy and they'll bite the hell out of you. So I usually grab it real quick and I throw it in a bucket of water like that, and I let it just sit so the ants die, so I can reuse the mouse trap. That's it.